sing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He will wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Balaram, you missed it today. We found out Amy Rose is not a bot. She's a real person. I'll have to watch the replay. All right. So we're going to chant a little japa here together. Yeah, we're going to chant a little japa here together, and then we'll maybe read something here. So we're also broadcasting simultaneously on TikTok here. So this is mantra meditation with chanting this name. It raises your vibration, your consciousness, to a state of complete bliss and happiness and ecstasy. Very shamanistic. Yeah. And it's the best thing in this world, the best thing I've ever found, the best, and we share it with people here. So this is how we do it. We chant these various names. Yeah, I wasn't sure if Amy Rose was a bot or not, so she proved me wrong now. Or she proved Balaram wrong. He was the suspicious one. You know how that stuff is, contagion, Maybe she'll prove again. Maybe you'll prove it again. Let's see. Little Amy Rose proves she's not a bot again, because I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. They have pretty good AI nowadays. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We just happen to have a spot open over here. Maybe Amy Rose will prove to Balaram that she's not a bot. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Yeah, this chanting will lift your energy into your heart, and you'll feel true love. True love is all about. So you'll get this bhakti bhav here. Just keep watching. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Be right back. I got this nice fresh coconut juice. I'm gonna have a couple of sips of this here. Viva la Mexico. Hare Krishna. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nitya means eternal, and Ananda, bliss, eternal bliss. Yeah, you get that from chanting this name, eternal bliss. So everybody chant. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. No fear can exist chanting this name. If you got any fear, just come here and chant with us, and all your fears will go. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. We want Amy Rose. We want Amy Rose. Amy Rose. Amy Rose. We want Amy Rose live. We want Amy Rose live. We want Amy Rose live. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Oh, well, we got Janardhan here. Hey, man, hey, we're making some progress. All right, blissful Janardhan. Let's begin with blissful Janardhan. Nityananda, Nityananda. Keep your microphone on so we can listen to your blissful chanting. Nityananda, Nityananda. And you guys on TikTok, please share this TikTok with everybody. Share this blissful name, with everybody. Yes, you too out there on Facebook Live, Be alive, man. Be alive. Share the live. Give lots of likes here, man. Let's go deep in the algorithm, man. Let's convert the algorithm to become a pure devotee. If we can get her on our side, then we can have unlimited preaching here. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Okay, come on. I just need to sit you. All right, yeah, she got to put her makeup on. I know it. Amy, I know women. I know what they got to do. We got to make sure they're all made up. Get her hair in order, comb it a little bit. All right, we got Amy Rose coming on. Oh my God, what a day today. Great day. Adramana, we got more material for you. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Hey, in Vedic Way, thank you for coming live here with us. We're also on this Facebook Live here. See my friends here? See, we have a devotional community of like-minded souls. We're all ecstatic. We all believe in ecstasy. We all believe that everybody should be blissed out of their gourd and intoxicated on the holy name. That is our motto. That is our what they call I don't know what they call it, but Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya. We're inviting all the Vedic wayers, all the people into the Vedas, into being Brahmins and sannyasis. This is the next stage for everybody. You can enter the level of bliss beyond the Varnashram level. That's what we're here for. That's our message, man. That's our work in this world. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Janardhan blocked me because I said I thought he was a sannyasin in a past life. No offense intended, he said. So you can unblock him now. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. So all you have to do is apologize and everything will work out. Everybody. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. No, Janardhan was a clown in the last life. Can't you tell? He laughs a lot. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Caitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Caitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Caitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Caitanya. Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, my Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. Please give us mercy. Give the whole world mercy, man. Make them intoxicated on the holy name. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna, 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 hey Krishna. Hari, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna. Hari Hari Krishna, my Lord Krishna, my Lord Krishna.
Oh, Gauranga.
Krishna, 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 Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare, oh my Lord Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Well, Amy Rose had to go to beauty parlor or something, huh? Where is she? I'm getting impatient. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 my Lord Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Oh, Lord,
Krishna,
oh,
Hare
gosh.
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, glories to Srila Gauranga.
All glories to all the ecstatic chanters. That includes Janardhan. He's an ecstatic chanter. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Oh, Lord.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram,
Oh, glory to you, the Kangari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Krish stands for the absolute truth. Na is the absolute eternal pleasure. So the name Krishna is a representation of the absolute truth. And by chanting this name, you'll get the experience that this name is the source of all happiness. Krishna, 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 Krishna. The more you chant it, the powerful the experience is. It's ever fresh, becomes more and more wonderful. I've been chanting this name for 40 years, man. Can you imagine? Same name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. How come it doesn't get boring? It proves this name is special. Yeah. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Isn't that amazing? You know, you can just over and over and over again, all day, all night. My God, it's amazing. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. That's why, you know, this name becomes your eternal companion. You know, you can associate with this name constantly, you know, every day and never get bored. It's always ever fresh. It's like your best friend. You know, it'll take you out of pickles. You know, if you have any problems, it'll take you out of your problems. If you feel lonely, loneliness disappears. Just chant the name. Yeah. And many revelations come from this chanting. And they don't stop, man. Krishna, 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 Krishna. I want to get everybody to chant this on TikTok. That's my goal. And I want everybody on TikTok to chant this name and experience the happiness that you can get. If you guys, anybody, you're worried about the Great Reset and all this, take up this. If you take up this chanting, enough people do that, Karl Schwab will change his mind. No more great. You know, this is better. You know, everybody will be happy. He'll be happy. You know, and but we got to get at least 10, 20,000 people chanting it. Krishna, Krishna. That's all it is. Just Krishna. That's it. 2 syllables. For God's sakes, anybody can do this, right? Krishna. Hey, come on, man. You ain't gonna have any better realization, knowledge than chanting this name, Krishna. That's all you have to do. Krishna, 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 Krishna. I'll prove it doesn't get boring. I'll chant this every day here. That'll prove something. And then you start chanting, and you'll see you'll never want to stop. Krishna, Krishna. It'll awaken this divine love in you, man. There's nothing like that. It's the greatest happiness in the world. You get clear. It's like taking an inner bath here. It's just, so good. Oh. There you are. Can you see me there, Amy? Yeah. Oh, it's just only you and I can see each other. I like that. See ya. Isn't that nice? Just you and I. All right, I'll share our Amy. Okay.
Woo! Everyone, ki jai! Hari hari!
Krishna. Do you like chanting this name, Krishna, Amy?
Sure do, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you like chanting?
Say it again, sorry.
Why do you like chanting Krishna's name?
Well, because like connecting with him. I mean, that's the way,
Oh, it's me.
It's you.
You're on.
Yeah, his name is the word, and even just the word, it's so great. And I was even thinking how I tried to comment this the other day, how chanting Krishna, Krishna, it's like sounds like an ocean, doesn't it? Make you think it's almost like it's mimicking the sound of an ocean. Like, and even the like that lulling sound. And then I was even thinking, like, if you cover your ears, you can hear like the rushing of inside your body, like of, I guess, well, whatever blood maybe, and it almost has that same Krishna like sound. It's almost like it's inside you too. And I was connecting this with the chanting of Krishna, Krishna. And when I felt like this rush of ecstasy that I was experiencing, me and Lolita talked about it. It felt like the rushing of his name, like ocean, like the sound of whoosh, like a water rushing, and it coming into my ears. No, into my ears and into through my body, like in my mind and my heart, just into everything. And it's hard to explain, but so when you say the name Krishna, it's like I feel it now. I'm like shaking, like my body's like going like this. Yeah, that's what it's like. That whoosh, whoosh, almost like you're on a whoosh, surfing a wave or something. Yeah, that's what I feel like. I can't. Oh,
Yeah, it's me. Okay, yeah. Let's try chanting that. Krishna. Sounds good. I'm enrolled. I want to chant this name, Krishna. 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 Keep your microphone on there. We'll chant together. Krishna. 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 Krishna, 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 Krishna. So, Amy, why don't you read us something? What do you got to read us today?
Well, I don't really know what to pick. You, let's see. Well, I have these 10 Santa books. You brought up
You have
10. I don't know if that's too, sometimes you say that's too much.
what do you have?
10 Santa of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Whatever you want to, whatever. No, whatever you choose, even if it's too much, that's probably the best book. The too much book.
Right.
Thanks for joining us on TikTok. So we'll end here.
Gurudev, I'm gonna go off so you have space.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Janardan.
Thank you. Haribo.
Haribo.
No, I don't think that.
It's just you and I, Amy, and the world.
Okay, this is actually pretty good. I think I'm. Oh Lord, your transcendental name and form are not ascertained by those who merely speculate on the path of imagination. Your name, form, and attributes can be ascertained only through devotional service. One cannot understand the transcendental nature of the name, form, quality, and pastimes of Sri Krishna through one's materially contaminated senses. Only when one becomes spiritually saturated by transcendental service to the Lord are the transcendental name, form, quality, and pastimes of the Lord revealed to him. Since Krishna and his transcendental name, form, and activities are all of a transcendental nature, ordinary persons, or those who are only slightly advanced, cannot understand them. Even big scholars who are non-devotees think that Krishna is fictitious. Oh, that's an interesting statement. Yet, although so-called scholars and commentators do not believe that Krishna was factually a historical person whose presence on the battlefield of Kurukshetra is recorded in the history of I'm sorry if I'm going to stumble. Mahabharata, they feel compelled to write commentaries on Bhagavad Gita and other historical records. That's interesting. Krishna's transcendental name, form, and attributes and activities can be revealed only when one engages in his service in full consciousness. This confirms Krishna's own words in Bhagavad Gita. One can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead as he is only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of the Supreme Lord by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. Only by Sevanmukha.
So what is the practical path of that? So it's saying all these things only by devotion. So what can we do? How do we grab that?
Yeah, how do we grab that?
How do we make it work? Like it's yeah, devotional service. Yeah, it's the only way to know Him. Yeah, yeah. But what do we do with that? I mean, how do we get there? How do we, understand the Lord with devotion and stuff?
I basically just listened to everything you said, and which was um, coming regularly to Satsanga, listening of from listening to the word from a true devotee, because then this vibration, this is how I interpret it, like this sound vibration that's coming out of your mouth because of the connection, because it's being empowered by the Lord. This sound vibration in itself, I is like getting someone, because first it has to start with a desire, right? You have to be like attracted to this. When you're attracted, this starts listening to your word specifically. I'm saying your word, not just somebody reading this book, because of your empowered sound vibration that's going in through the ears. When you do this regularly, this is like going in through the ears, programming. That's what's happening, and then this attraction grows and grows. Naturally it's going to grow. I mean, and then this devotion, you become devoted just to hearing it. It's like you become addicted to it anyway, just the listening to. Through that, you're like realizing this is coming from this man saying this, speaking this. This all starts becoming very clear. And then obviously that level of devotion towards you from the other devotees is very it becomes this whole vibe, and you're really into it, especially this attraction just growing and growing. And then when you're so devoted to a true devotee and the people he's devoted to, the Lord recognizes this behavior and he just starts turning his head towards you also, because that's devotion, literally in the word, loving devotion. It's in the words in itself. So how do you do that? You could say, "Oh, I love God. Of course I do." I always thought that too. I mean, who doesn't? Maybe some people don't, but talking about people who love God, think they love God. What are you loving though? Like this even said right here, your imagination. What did it say? Oh, those who merely speculate on the path of imagination. So that's like what you would normally be doing. Like, oh God, what is he? What are you thinking about? The genie from Aladdin, or just whatever it is? You're just imagining something. So that's what, for me, when I came into this listening to you, I was like, well, I don't really know how to love God. Of course I do, but I don't know what that means. And I wanted to know, because I wanted to know what the truth of my reality was. I wanted to know what was going on in my reality, what's the truth of my true identity, myself. And basically, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for 1 second. Oh, this is what I was going to say. So what happened with me was I didn't know how to love God. So by listening to you, first of all, becoming so attracted to it, and you're very impressive talker, and I was just really sold right away. And being so devoted to you, I was like, this is a very interesting. And but my love grew first for you, like I developed this loving devotion for you naturally. So then I learned how to love God. Perfect for me, because I was loving the right guy, like, so that worked out really well. I mean, so I can only speak from my own personal experience.
Yes, we have this long distance relationship.
Yeah. It's well, it is, because it stretches across space and time, it's from time immemorial, literally, quite literally. So that's how I would experience it. How do that? And then it's a good question you bring up. Well, how do you tell this? How do you show somebody else this? That's pretty much where I feel like we're at in this. Like, we know what's going on. We know this secret, and we're in the secret club. But now, how do I get you to believe that this, like, that it's through this branch? Because you explained it so great the other day with that tree of life and the branch. I wrote it all down. It was so clear. The way you had explained it was, I love when you use like layman's terms, like you're talking to somebody who is not well, versed in the all the words and the terms and the sastra. You're kind of saying it in a way that any old Joe Schmo can pick it up. So that was a good one with the branch. And that's it. That's the whole thing. You gotta get in the club. You gotta be in with the in crowd, basically, on this one. And we're the in crowd, so you gotta get in with the in crowd. You're the in crowd. That's how it's work. It seems to be working. It's like I look at this almost like a science experiment too, because it is. And like you say, don't be a blind believer. I'm not. I'm like gonna see, because that's not helpful when you're looking for truth and you're looking for answers on the truth of your reality, to just blindly be believing. I would be doing that with anybody. So this is, like we always say, the proof's in the pudding. And
Yeah, this is what makes this work is it's like, see, the verses has to be clarified by the devotee, because like I'm listening, the way it's explained, it's like you can't really grab it, but you said it just right. Is the way, yeah, you have to follow the process. See, the Prabhupada's saying you can't understand Krishna by speculation. So your only real alternative is to hear from a devotee who actually knows Krishna in truth. Otherwise, you can't understand the Lord. You have to understand by hearing, and that's why you see Lord Caitanya, when he went to South India, he would meet people and he would chant ecstatically, like here in ecstasy, and then he would preach to them the truth about Krishna, his understanding from his bhakti, intimate relationship. And if they would abandon their opinions and their speculations and their paths, then they would very easily get this. This is the only thing holding these ISKCON devotees, Gaudiya Smitis, and people in those groups. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is the only thing holding these people back. Is the speculation. See, the thing, you have to go and listen to a devotee that actually knows Krishna, and proof that this is really true here is your witnessing, because somehow or other you listen. You're not like trying to like, oh, I think my idea is the best idea and all that stuff. You are open to listening like a scientist, and the result comes is, wow, I get purified. Whoa, wow, new experience, new life. It works. It really works. That's the only thing holding back actually millions of Vaishnavas now in all of these big groups. The big thing is they're just full of themselves. Their misunderstandings, their guru's misunderstandings. Because proof is in the pudding. Either you know the Lord or you don't. And if you know the Lord and then you're preaching the Lord, people get it. If you know God and you preach the what you know, and people who receive that word, it's very powerful. You get God because it's God. See, the word and God. See, there's a saying in the Vedas that the name of Krishna and Krishna is non-different, or Ram, or any name of God. See, but people don't know that. There's separation there. Whether they just say, they could say, oh yeah, the name of God and God is the same, but they don't experience that. See? So when you hear from a person who knows that name is God, see, and you hear that name, you get God. You get that word. That's it. See, you get it. You ever heard the saying? I got it. I got it. You get it.
yeah.
But you need the experienced devotee. Otherwise, you get a speculative word and you can't know. That person who speculates, they can have the titles and big titles. We're Guru Devs and Bhaktivedanta, blah, 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 big, huge title. But if they don't have God's word and they don't know God and know that God's name is non-different, because if you actually know God's name is non-different, then that God, you will be one ecstatic person. You will cry, you will laugh, because God, the only way you can know is if God himself reveals it from within. Otherwise, and that starts without. You got to get purified. That's when Jesus was preaching, he saw people start get excited listening to him. He said, go on hearing, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free. So you know that you have this relationship with God, right, Amy? You feel it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. and you're free. I mean, and you don't even have a background with Krishna or anything, but you know more than people who are speculating. They're speculating for 40 years, but you just happen to, just stumble into this place,
Yeah.
listen, and yeah.
And I just happened to like believe everything you were saying. Like when I first started listening to you, I felt like you were talking like directly to me. It was very odd. It was like every word you were saying, I was like, yeah, like it was just hitting home. And I didn't even know you then. So this is, I'm coming from at this from, and it was just so odd that I felt like, you were talking to me and every word I was like, yes, yes. So I was like believing like I was taking it all in as truth. And I feel like that like this level of openness and like I had towards it really was a key in it, because I wasn't like let me see, this guy might be let me try to analyze this situation, or like, I mean, I was, don't get me wrong, obviously my brain can't help but do that, but I mean, like, it just felt more like I was receiving this. That's what it is. Like when you keep saying the word receive this, I always think this in my mind, that when I was listening, and always when I'm listening to you, like my brain is naturally, and I'm an over analytical person. Like I'm going to fine tooth comb everything. That's how I am. So it's kind of out of character for me in a way that when I'm listening to you, I'm literally like receiving. My brain just like, yep, yep, that's it. That's truth. That's truth. Like it's just like not even like, and it's feeling, oh, and it's not even that my brain's doing it, because I'm feeling like it. Like that's the difference. See, I used to not really be, oh, trust my intuition, because I didn't really know how to actually. But when you feel a certain way, if somebody's being really sweet, nice, and you're just like, I don't really feel very good about this, or whatever. And you just know when something's like, that was it. Like I was just feeling like this is truth. And it was so that level of it was really big, I guess, coming into this with like an open, oh, yeah. Sorry.
I can just listen to you, Amy, and just.
Can't stop. I'm like, I start talking, I can't stop.
Oh, this is great. Drummond is going to love this one. She's going to.
No, when she set it up, it looked like.
Yeah, it's great, man. Yeah. Govinda was on. Everybody's.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and read on here a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Actually, what else? What other book do you have there?
Okay. I have Caitanya Charitamrita.
Yeah, grab that. Just grab
Okay.
it and read
Great.
some verses.
Perfect. Okay. I just opened up. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted Bhavananda Raya's offer, saying, I accept without hesitation because you are not an outsider. Birth after birth, you have been my servant along with your family members. Sri Ramananda Raya is coming.
Yeah, you know how you can tell a devotee actually is like that. It's when Lord Chaitanya just started preaching, so he just showed what he was and all that, and it's odd, for to see a guy crying, laughing, and when they're chanting the holy names, and to see people attracted. They're usually outside of that. The only devotees would respond like that, and so Bhavananda Roy was he was a pounds and shillings guy. You wouldn't think. He didn't look like a devotee. There was just he was a householder in business, dealing with business people. But he just naturally loved Lord Chaitanya, him and his whole family. See, just naturally. So that's a devotee, and so the Lord comes here to preach to devotees, and that's why a lot of Vaishnavas are not. They're really not devotees yet. They're non-devotees. They don't know it, but they're not real followers. That's why like when I started preaching, people that come, they're devotees, and they can come like they never thought they. I mean, where would you're just a failed cheerleader, ordinary girl, with
Yeah.
nothing special. But look, talk about special, man. So, just an insider. You see and So, but that helps the outsiders become insiders. Otherwise, they have to see there's some higher principle working here. People had to go to Bhavananda Roy to get to become inside. They can't. You can't just look at their external dress and think, well, he's an in. There are a lot of sannyasis and Brahmins and all that. They were outsiders because they didn't have this natural love for Lord Chaitanya. And we show and demonstrate this through mantra, through the chanting. See, this shows that the devotees who chant the holy names and they have this ecstatic attraction are real devotees, because otherwise you wouldn't have it. And the only viable way to become a devotee from the outside position is the association of devotees who have these symptoms of ecstasy, chanting the Lord's names, and they like to associate with associates. Otherwise, you stay an outsider. It's just nobody wants to be. Who wants to be an outsider? Don't you want to be an insider?
Of course. I
Yeah.
wonder that too. Like, I feel like my great fortune that I had this immense attraction, because I wonder that too. I'm like, well, I could see I sometimes get bored pretty easily with things I'm not interested in. Like, I can't really, like, if I'm not interested, like, I'm not gonna, so I'm always like, so I feel so grateful for just that level of attraction so to get me to, I mean, now it's not like a little attraction. It's just I can't, now it's just I'm riding this wave of a new life, like a whole new world. I'm on the magic carpet. I'm no longer, down here. I'm on this earth. So
Yeah, because you're a devotee naturally, and you heard the call,
mhm,
and that's just how it is. And so people, if they want to become devotees, they need to associate. It's the way it works. It always worked like this. And this is such a very uncommon and unusual to find liberated souls in this world who are liberated by this pure devotion. See, and so that's how, if anybody wants it, they have to come to the real devotees, and without devotion, you can follow all these rules, regulations, and it's just, it's like nothing special. And you're going to come back. You're free just because of your attraction to Krishna and attraction to Sadhu Sangha. I mean, look at you. She goes to bed before I do. I couldn't believe it. I said, I was doing a close. She says, "Oh, I was in bed."
I
And then
was.
and she's getting up. I mean, God, I have to catch up with her. She's up watching the
Well,
classes before I get up.
and I was even thinking I have to go to bed even earlier because I love Lolita's class too coming on, and I'm like, you know what? I was thinking after her class this morning. I'm like, I think we need to do another. Like, I'll be sleeping the oddest hours, but who cares? Like, this is where I get my. I mean, everything's dead. Everything else is just feels so. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see.
Like,
That's it. That's proof is. See, you have that. That's the Vraj attraction. It's very impulsive, and people give up everything for it.
yeah.
Just because you see, you're very fortunate. So you got to give me that mercy. I want your mercy. You got to put your feet on my head and deliver me.
You're funny. Yeah, well, then you also know there's nothing, what else? Like, once you get this and this is happening in your life, like, there is, it's just like so futile to even think of these other, like, you realize that is, I don't know, there's so much more. You realize this limitless of so much more, and that's what you want. You're just chasing it, and it's coming. That's the coolest part. I mean, it's happening. Like, it's not just like, oh, I want this, I want this. It's like, no, this is happening, and so you just can't, you don't even know what else is going to come. That's the greatest part. It's just this level of like pure excitement. Yeah, I was saying that's like when you're a kid and Christmas Day is coming and you're just like, oh man, that it feels almost like being a child again, because kids have that like sense of wonder about life. They're like, they don't know that life is going to suck, like, really. They don't know it's going to be really hard and sad and like, so when you're a little kid, you're just like, can't wait to wake up the next day. I know my son was like that. He would be like, Mom, can't wait. I'm so excited about life. Can't wait to wake up tomorrow morning. And I feel like that. Like, I'm back to like this childhood wonder. but it's not about this life. I mean, or this world. I already know what this one has, the whole shebang. I'm, but this other, this spiritual world, it's unknown. I don't, and I'm getting to have glimpses of it. It's absolutely incredible to feel that and know that, like, finally, like, oh my God, this is like real. This is happening. So, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's fantastic, man. Yeah, yeah, that's attraction. Yeah, you're very fortunate to have that attraction, and that's what people will get from you and anybody that develops this attraction. Lord Chaitanya commented. He said, "Those who become attracted to the pastimes of Krishna are the most fortunate persons in this world. You know, attraction to this path and to this energy, this potency." So yeah, so we're very fortunate. I feel very blessed to have friends like you. You know, just amazing, Amy. Thank you so much for for coming along here. How am I so fortunate? How can this be? It's like sometimes I think I'm dreaming.
Well, that's what I think actually too. Because it is a dream. It's like I've always wanted. This is has wrapped up like so many of my dreams, like all my life, into one like real thing. And it sounds fantastic. It does. It sounds fantastical. I mean, like it almost, it's unbelievable because it sounds almost unbelievable. It's incredible because it's almost like you can't even believe, who would? You have to be experiencing it. And then you know.
Yeah, don't get too happy because it might become all that stuff because that's what. But this is the real thing. It's not meant to go down. It's to go to go deeper, deeper, deeper.
Well, I think the ball's really in in my court. I'll talk to myself, because I know that where attention goes, energy flows. That's very clear, always is clear. And so the ball's in my court in the sense, like, where do I let my mind wander? I'm pretty good at like recognizing, being observant and recognizing patterns and stuff like that. So like I know when what makes my mind, so for me, that association, attention, and the constant, they say constant devotional service. Like, what does that mean? It means like you're just constantly like involved in this, like, it's thinking about, that's where your attention's going. Your attention's not wandering, because once you let your attention starts wandering on one thing, everybody knows how easy it is to just like get get dive into that or whatever it is. So for me, I really feel like the ball's, like, I feel like that's Christian telling me, like, always, like, the ball is always in my court with this, like, what do you want to think about? What do you want to do? Like, it's up to you, like, and this is, what this is, like, here it is. There's so much more too. So I'm not stupid. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. You're giving me what I want. What, it's just it's a perfect, it's all happening, like what I ask for, boom. So, and it's really cool because anything that may be lingering things in the material world that I had an attachment to, not that I want it, because I know in the front of my mind I didn't want that, but these attachments are things that we don't really realize that we, and then they start just coming up, and he's just plucking them out. It's become so easy too. I always want everything easy, to be easy and not difficult. I want everything I want, and I want it easy. And it's like, okay, boom, and then that's happening. Like, I'm serious when I say that. Like, it's literally like, you just, and then, people always say, oh, don't speak so soon, don't jinx yourself. No, it doesn't work like that. This is all, like, the ball is in my court in this sense, because I keep my attention doing this. It's like, as much as I want, then we keep doing this. Right? Don't you agree with that or no? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's the attraction. This is you got the bug, man. Krishna's blessed you with that. It's like that, that there's a pastime with Ramananda Roy. There was a devotee who just also, he just got attracted to hearing the pastimes of Krishna, probably from some devotee of Lord Caitanya. And he says, I just want to constantly hear this and these pastimes and all of this. And the Lord led him to Ramananda Roy satisfy him. He says, yeah, you're so fortunate to have such attraction. That's it, man. I mean, what we're sharing with the world here is so important. But most Vaishnavas don't know it yet. They don't know that this attraction is what Krishna consciousness is all about. That attraction that you have is what Krishna consciousness is all about. Because this is what all devotees that are actually liberated souls have. You got what liberated souls have. Because, that's it. One can become an eternally liberated soul by receiving the mercy of the bumblebees who are, at the feet of Lord Caitanya. And that's how it works. It's like, this is Chaitanya Leela teaching. That's why I'm here to teach these principles. And whoever will take it up, you very easily enter this kingdom. You become an intimate associate of Lord Caitanya. That's you, Amy. You're actually, you have the symptoms of an intimate associate of the associates of the Lord, and that's why people love you so much, They like you, they see your transcendental qualities, including Gaur Haridas, so you're a great inspiration to the devotees. These are the kind of devotees who came into Lord Chaitanya's association. The Lord is so kind upon us to bring devotees like you and so many Janakis, and look at Lalitas and Johans. These are such high quality people. It's a shame that people can't see it, but they will. They will see the caliber of people coming here. The Lord is giving them his transcendental qualities, but they're hidden by Yoga Maya, from those who are, contaminated with all these, with the neophyteness, that's all, But gradually, this is Sadhu Sangha is powerful. This vibration goes out. It purifies the whole universe, actually. Just what it does, just for us to get so many people coming here every day and people getting love of God. Hey, I was doing this for a long time, man, years. And we're at this point. You don't think this is going to get?
I do. I know it.
Yeah. And see, the Krishna's giving you the power to come up live now and to share, and you get to see how important it is, how it inspires the devotees, and it's very, very wonderful. But the Lord gives the energy, on our own, we can't do it. We can't glory in ourselves,
It's so
That's
true.
why it works here. Why I can actually do this guru thing and make it and pull it off is because I can't glory in like me being anything special other than just receptive to the mercy, What?
And I know that about you. Like, I know, like, that's so, I know that there's no way that anybody could do what you do. Like, and now I not only knew that already, but I know it now first because I've just experienced this. Like, I didn't want to come on live. Like, I feel nervous and I, get anxious and I'm like, and all kinds of stuff. And then I stumble on my words and I can't think of anything to say because I'm all kinds of things go wrong. And then this morning, I've been wanting to though. And I'm always like, please, I want to go on because no, it's important, all these things. And this morning I was just thinking after Lolita's class, I was thinking of all these things I felt like I wanted to say. Like I felt like I had all these things like I could say, but not that I could say them, that I wanted to. Like I wanted to come on. And that never happens to me. Like, and I felt comfortable. Like I wasn't even nervous. So all these things for me is so out of character. So I know that that's not coming from me. There's no way. Like it's just I know that. And so that's interesting that was my experience. So I know that about you too, like that fire just
Yeah, it's empowerment. It's a new way of operating in the world by the mercy of the transcendental potency. All persons connected with the spiritual dimension are like that. They're motivated by the power of the Lord. The Lord uses them like a flute, and it's not like they're nothing, but they're actually, the Lord it's a relationship. They share this relationship with others so that they can get it also and be delivered. Otherwise, you're not delivered. You got to really know that of yourself, you can't do any of this, and that it is the Lord's empowerment. Otherwise, that's what people see in false ego. You think you're the doer. That's the thing. You think you're doing it because of some qualification. Oh, well, of course I'm qualified. I studied the Vedas. I got my degree on the wall, and I went to school and college, and of course I'm qualified. See, so you have some external thing. The devotees, all we have is a spirit, man. The Lord. This relationship makes it work.
Yeah. Like they would say to me, "Oh, there's no way she didn't study the Vedas. She like how could she have, right? Don't you think that people would think that?"
Yeah.
But that's the thing, and that's so yeah. But I can understand why, because obviously it says it all in the books. I mean, they're reading the same books we are about the loving devotion. It's literally we're reading it all. It's not like one sentence says it. The whole darn thing is telling us it's about this loving devotion. So it's just I guess there are like two things you can enjoy. I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, your Vedanta comes from the bhakti. See, that's the teaching here. See, your Vedanta, your truth comes from this relationship, this ecstasy, this ananda.
Oh,
And and it comes from hearing. You see, love awakens when you hear from the right source. And this purifies you, this awakening of this love. That's why I see Lord Caitanya said, those who claim to be my direct devotees are not really my devotees. Those who are the devotees of my devotees are my real devotees. Because if you become naturally a devotee of a devotee, because they're just giving you the real Krishna, not the fake one. See that what am I preaching? It's Krishna as I've realized Krishna, and it's according to the vision of revealed scriptures. So it's very powerful, and it awakens love in devotees. See, and then that purifies you more of this crapola you picked up living in this world, and and then you help others. You do that for others and pass it on. People need association with real devotees. They really do. I tell you, ISKCON does, all these groups do. And they have to learn this. I mean, the opportunity is here is to understand what real Krishna consciousness is, and the real quick path to becoming Krishna conscious is here in our Sangha. I haven't seen it really anywhere else. Otherwise, they're just reading the verses and they just go right over it. They can't really get clear on anything.
if they will just accept it. That's it. Just accept it. It's very simple.
Yeah. I'm starving, man. I worked up an appetite. This is my third or fourth time back up here, man. Yeah, it's worth it though. I'm looking forward to more talks with talks. What do they call conversations about God? That's what we're going to have with Amy. You come back, and we'll have more conversations about God. You'll see what I said. Give and it shall be given unto you. You'll see more stuff will come, more ideas.
Oh, good. I love that. These realizations. I get so excited. Like when I'm like, oh, and this and that, and I'm piecing these things together.
Yeah. People like to hear it too. It's great. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we'll take a little break. I'm so hungry. I'm not even gonna play the song.
Yeah. Okay.
See you. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thanks, Amy, for coming on. That's awesome.